Hello everyone, this is Eric from channelmassive.com, and we're back in Vindictus. A lot of huge things have happened, so this is going to be a pretty big episode in comparison to the last. Sadly, not much combat this time, but I promise the next video will be all about combat, so you can really see what this game's about. But two big things have happened. The Halloween event, as you can see, has started. We've got kind of like a jack-o'-lanterns are all over the place, and a few things have opened up because of that. But first, before we cover that, we'll cover the 1.07 patch. Officially, Vindictus has moved into open beta. I really wanted to do this a lot earlier, but with that patch came a nasty bug for some people, which cut out a lot of the browser-based stuff inside the game. Some of the things you'll see with the features I'll show you, when I click on something, it loads up into an actual browser, and that allows you to access things like the cash shop and everything. And there was a bug that stopped me from being able to access any of that, so things like the auction house and everything, I couldn't even get on a boat. So now that that's fixed, though, everything's working smoothly, and I can show you all of the new stuff. To the dock, actually a third zone has been opened up. And this one's Ainley, not quite sure what its name. Sadly, I can't go in there yet. This character, I'm kind of trying to take it nice and slow. That's one of the third boats, so I haven't quite got there yet. But it's a village that's been taken over by vampires and other nasty spirits. One of the most interesting things I'll show you first is the avatar shop. With this last patch, they included this. See that you'll be able to see your character, be able to switch between if you see his gear or not, and essentially it's allows you to purchase temporary haircuts and do basic changes to your character. And you'll see that you pretty much have a shopping cart, and sadly right now they're only rented haircuts. I personally don't like those very much. I don't mind spending a little bit more on getting something permanent, but I don't like renting things. I make sure to kind of I like spending my money, in something that would stay. So hopefully they include maybe a slightly more expensive permanent haircut, but there are a few really neat ones out there, and because the game, of course, runs on the Source engine, everything's flowy and nice. Look at that. Every time he just keeps looking at the screen, staring me down with his snazzy hairdo. And as you can see, not everything's been implemented, like the skin texture and everything you can't change. But one big thing that they added is little doodads, little face tattoos. So these are all purchasable also, sadly also 30 days. Some of them, though, like this one, these have been implemented because of the holiday season. So they're things that are only going to be here until the event ends, and they'll be gone. So they're kind of like holiday themed things. Same thing with inner armor is going to be a big thing in this game, because as you fight and your armor breaks, you'll be able to see your inner armor and customize what it looks like. So you've got that. You've got this one right here, like it's been beat up. And then for the holiday, again, here you go. Here's another one. Another big thing that I've kind of wasted a ton of money on is the dye shop. So the dye shop, it's not a cash shop item. You actually just spend in-game gold for it, and it's kind of like a random generated color thing where you click on the item you want, and then whatever, it's different for each item, the price of it, but it just randomly kind of picks a color. Sometimes you can pick the same one, and you just gamble, you just go for it. So we'll try what my hoodie will look like after I do this. I like the white color, but well, that looks cool. Okay, I'm okay with black. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so I'll back out of here. Of course, you can take a screenshot of your snazzy stuff. We'll just do that because I can. And what we're going to cover is the cash shop in this game is called the Supply Depot. and it's going to offer, pretty much the nice selection of standard cash shop items. The Western version of a cash shop usually has it real quick so I can show you. In the course of the game, as you level, you'll unlock 3 storage chests, and that'll just allow you to fill up with junk, right? But you'll see these grayed out ones in your inventory, and those actually you could pay for up to 5 extra storage chests. So as you can see, I already kind of invested in one, and that'll give me my kind of like a permanent storage for myself. And the little cash tab right here is for all of your cash items, so they don't take up extra space for you. So after that, we'll do something kind of fun. Now that I showed you that, I'll kind of run down the depot a little bit more, so you can just see there's not much right now. There are recovery items. You can buy a stack of 300 for $10. 20 comes out to be $1, so that's really affordable. There's not anything that's hugely going to break your bank or feel really unfair. Goddess's Grace in the game, they actually revive players, so those are kind of important. But you can pretty much get all of this stuff somewhere else. Another thing, I'm kind of covering the Halloween event also, but they introduced a temporary package called the Halloween package, and this is going to get you kind of like a ticket for the inner armor that I showed you, maybe like a face tattoo, but also these flashing devil horns you might have seen as a kid in Halloween. The neat thing about that, though, there's actually a quest that I'll show you later, that if you collect candy throughout the town, you can earn that without paying any money. So it looks like if they stick with this, it's going to be pretty good for a person who has time to do a daily quest, can go that way without spending money, and people who don't, they can just go ahead and get this package. So that's pretty snazzy. So now we'll go and we'll try out to do this. Try out this other thing they added. They actually kind of added fishing in the game, and it's at first it wasn't really working for me, but now I actually played a little bit with a friend last night. It worked out pretty well. So you actually go to the fishing boat just like any other, and you launch it. Oh. I'm a dummy. It's not the fishing boat. This is the fishing boat. So the neat thing about the fishing boat, you'll see that when you actually go to it, you'll see raid all over it. And there are raid bosses and other things in the game. This is set up as a raid because up to 10 people can actually fish on the boat. What you'll need to do is actually go to the mercenary station. You talk to a guy and he gives you a quest for it. And every time you want to go here, you have to purchase fishing tickets, but that's kind of an in-game. You use in-game currency for it. So we'll launch this. And once you're on the boat, you pretty much just hang out and fish for a bit. The really neat thing, of course, about Vindictus, it's all about being brutal. Everything that you do is kind of really visceral and really action-packed. This is supposed to be kind of like a social event, something that you just hang out and do, and for the most part it is, but one of the a hand-mounted harpoon crossbow thingamadoo. So when you shoot it, you kind of shoot it out there and hope for the best. One of the downsides I really think they have to look into is right now what we're actually doing is waiting for a school of fish to appear. And it looks pretty snazzy out there. It's pretty. And you're waiting for things, and you're waiting, and maybe one school of fish will pop up. A friend and I sat there for 10 minutes, and a school of 5 fish kind of went past and despawned in the distance, and we got 1 or 2 things. And we had to wait 10-15 minutes more. So just imagine 10 people competing over those few fish. It probably can be pretty frustrating, and they should probably think about the spawn for that. But okay, so included in here are mailbox, so you can go and get your mail, and also this owl is a shop and allows you to just purchase the harpoons that you need. Once you purchase these, though, and have them in your inventory, they're pretty much going to stay there. And as I fish and use these, I can go over here to this little area, and it'll actually reload them for me. Okay, I think that you spend money as you go through that. It pretty much auto deducts it out there for you. So because we don't know if any fish are going to pop up, I'm not going to waste your time on this, but we did find something absolutely just more fun than fishing, really. Go ahead and grab one of these barrels, and of course, I'll mention it again, source engine equals floating barrels. Yes. And no, I suck. Takes a little bit to get it, but if I do, I'm going to get this. Get it, and boom! Yes! So pretty much once we found out we could do that, we spent the entire evening busting these out. And then shooting. Oh, fish. I forgot to tell you guys I'm terrible at this. Like, it's for some reason super hard for me. Oh, fish coming down here. Where'd you go? There. I can see them. I can sense them. I sense them. Okay. Oh my god, I got one. Okay, got it. Yeah, forget fish. I want treasure. Good stuff. So I got rotten seaweed. I have no idea what that does, or if it does anything. I bet it's just junk. But you have the chance of getting, enhancement gems, weapons, fish that do other things. There's just a bunch of other stuff that can help fulfill quests and everything. So let's leave out of here. That was relaxing. I feel a little bit better. Ready to go and fight the hordes of goblin, vampire, gnoll, polar bear